What's going on, Jerome's? So I had the kids out for boba yesterday, and was approached by a couple of Jeromes, and one, Kenny, shout out, what up? He dropped a line that made me really think. He's like, I love watching your videos. It's like reading the sports page with you every single day. That's kind of legit. Where it's like you're reading the sports page with your buddy who's kind of funny but not like really funny, and kind of informed but not really informed. That's what this is. It's taken almost 10 years. Actually, 10 years. Yeah. Where's time go? But that's the perfect description for this channel. That's it. Anyways, Vikings training camp is coming up, and NFL.com going around doing their season previews. Also, love the video. Jamie Erdahl, Don Mitchell, Fox 9, Minnesota alums. Let's go. Good times, man. All right, so for the Minnesota Fighting Vikings, all this stuff, players report, blah, 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 rooster changes. So I love this draft. Jackson, Felton, Tyrion Ingram, Dawkins, physical free coming out of Georgia. Kobe King's going to be in that mix at off-ball and special teams. Gavin Bartholomew is also a name. I love just randomly starting beefs. That's it. We'll do that. And then the other acquisitions, I mean, the Jordan Mason trade was good. It was very good. As basically you swapped out Ed Ingram for Jordan Mason. We're good. And also, I love the lottery ticket type players where you're not risking anything, and if they work out, it's awesome. Looking at Rondale Moore, looking at Jeff Okudah, but then the big ticket items like Will Fries, Ryan Kelly, Jonathan Allen, Javon Hargrave. Let's go. Plus Tavier Thomas, as well as the special team Tim Moore. Yeah, Tim Jones. Nailed it. In terms of beefing up the special teams for Coach Hat, I think it's really smart. Plus, Isaiah Rodgers, I think, will end up being a starting caliber cornerback. Plus, I mean, he's got like 4.28 speed, so can we use him on kick returns? I know the Coach Hat wants to. Departures. Press X to pay respects. Slinging Sam Darnold, Daniel Jones, Nick Mullins. How do you lose 3 quarterbacks and get better? What happens? Cam Akers, he'll be bad. Sherfield, I hope Sherfield has a larger role in Denver and he hits all of his incentives so we can get an extra comp pick out of him. That'd be fantastic. Johnny Munt. Never thought that Johnny Munt would leave, but he goes with Grant Udinsky. Cam Robinson, thank you for the half season. Bullard. The only one I'm really sort of cut up about is Cam Beasley, but balancing the cache, like, do you want Cam Bynum at 15 or do you want Theo Jackson at 6? I think I'll take Theo. There you go. Preseason Texans, Vikings, Patriots, Vikings, and then at Tennessee. It'll be good. Plus, I like that. So I always think about the beat writers, going down to Tennessee, getting some good barbecue to round up preseason. Also, this is generally the one that you don't have to really care about. It's good. It's good, man. All right. So what we need to know, it's all about J.J. McCarthy, Minnesota. The second-year quarterback will be under the microscope as he takes over an offense that rejuvenated Sam Darnold's career last season. I feel like, so obviously last year 14 wins was great. But I always feel like that got erased from memory. Like, we memory hold that, where no national media jabroni haircut. Like, they say, like, they won 14 games last year. No one's expecting that this year. Like, I feel like there is a unique position for J.J. McCarthy. Like, there's expectations, but they're not like you have to win 15 games or otherwise it's a failure versus last year, right? And even Darnold in Seattle, it's like, oh, you won 14 games last year, you better do the same. Or it's like, because I think people know, like, that was lightning in a bottle. Who knows? The Vikings decide not to buffer McCarthy with a veteran backup after Daniel Jones opted to sign with Indianapolis. Apologies to Sam Darnold stands, but he's not a threat to McCarthy. Well, no one says he's a threat to McCarthy. Do I think that he can be a really solid quarterback too? And do I think that he could develop? Do I think he's a top 32 quarterback in this league? Yes. Yes, I do. Plus, I mean, yeah, he's got 1 year starting experience, and he led the league in interceptions as well as passing attempts, as well as sacks, by the way. But that Commies team was Garbaggio around him. He had Nessing around him. So, plug Sam Howell. Well, two years in a row, we will save a Sam. SOS, save our Sam. I think he'll be fine. But it's like, oh, apologies to Sam Howell stands. Who's a Sam Howell stand besides his parents? Huh? He's South Korea's half quarterback, or quarter, one of the two. The former first-round pick inherited the Porsche of offenses, which has made almost every driver look good. Also, yeah, that's what's great too. But Kevin O'Connell, the quarterback whisperer, Kevin O'Connell, the quarterback-friendly whisperer, because remember, he quarterback coach with O'Connell, with Cousins at Washington, got him paid by the Vikings, and then won a Super Bowl with Matthew Stafford. Stafford had never won a Super Bowl. He only won one playoff game in Detroit, by the way. Hey, Lions, how's my ass taste? Yeah. And then you have Kevin O'Connell here. Kirk Cousins got the best out of him, and then the Passionate and Sam Darnold and all that stuff. It's good. It's good time stuff. And Kevin McCarthy is a proven quarterback whisperer, so the assumption is that McCarthy should have little trouble keeping things afloat with Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison for 14 games, TJ Hawkinson, and a remade offensive line. The Vikings offer weapons to aid the young signal caller. Minnesota is a 14-win club that on paper improved entering 2025. We usually don't get that time of day where it's like, yes, 14 wins last year, and they got better. Just like the defense, they're fifth last year in points, they're first in pressures, or first in blitz, and they got better. Number one in turnovers, they got better. The loudest question is McCarthy and whether he can keep the engine humming after missing all of 2024. It's not hyperbole to suggest that McCarthy is a pendulum that could swing the course of the entire NFC North. Here's what's interesting, too. I feel like McCarthy's floor is pretty high, right? Where he is not a high variance quarterback a la Caleb Williams, a la Jaden Daniels, a la Penix Jr., a la Bo Nix to a degree. I feel like his floor is pretty high, just given all the talent around him, given the coaching around him, and also given his style of play, because he is not a rambler and gambler out there. Yes, there will be some growing pains and first-time starting quarterback mistakes, but it's not a he doesn't have fifth, sixth level of hell for quarterbacks. Like he cannot Sanchez out there. I feel like his baseline is pretty solid. Ceiling's unlimited, but I feel like his baseline is pretty solid and pretty safe. Probably famous last words. I don't know. But Patra is right here where how McCarthy ends up could swing the entire division. I mean, the Vikings could run away with this thing. The Vikings could be second. That's basically where we are at. Number 2, top camp battle Minnesota comes in the secondary. Heretofore, the Vikings have yet to add a veteran to the mix who could push for a starting gig next to Byron Murphy. Well, what do you call Isaiah Rodgers? What do you call Isaiah Rodgers? I mean, I understand he's not a veteran. I understand that he had a year off for reasons, but also, I mean, Eagles fans were pissed when Isaiah Rodgers wasn't retained, even though they have a nice-looking secondary. Quinion Mitchell's a bad dude. Cooper DeRong, Blankenship, and whatnot. But, I mean, I feel like Isaiah Rodgers, I've said this before, he's going to be the value signing of the Vikings. He's going to be the value signing of the league. Like, he'll be this year's Andrew Van Ginkel. Putting that on the table. I feel like Isaiah Rodgers is just going to be that guy. Plus, Blackman come back from the ACL. I feel like 17,000 time. The cornerback room is good. Even though everyone on the outside, they're looking in because they don't know. They don't know that the quarterback room is good. And frankly, it's better than last year. I mean, because again, the Vikings moving on from Gilly, the Vikings moving on from Shaq Griffin, the quarterback room got better. Sorry. If it feels as though the club could be waiting to see how Mekhi Blackman bounces back after missing the entire 2024 due to an ACL tear. Isaiah Rodgers, Blackman, and Jeff Okudah are in line to battle for the cornerback 2 role. Elsewhere in the Vikings secondary, the club didn't replace number 3 safety Cameron Bynum. Yeah, except the Vikings defense is weird because do you really call him a number 3 safety? I mean, he was a starter because he started 3 safeties, but was he number 3? No. Who left for Indianapolis this offseason? Defensive coordinator Brian Flores uses 3 safeties. I literally said that. Liberally last season, last 2 years. If he does so again, would he trust the likes of Theo Jackson in that role? Yes. They have been very consistent in talking about Theo Jackson replacing Cam Bynum, and they backed it up by signing him to a 2-year deal. Could a veteran be added closer to the season? Yeah. And I know that signings and stuff get clicks, but I just don't see it right now. And maybe Patrick's right. They're going to see what they have in camp, except I think they're going to like the way that the Vikings play. I guarantee it. Full-on Men's Warehouse. But I just don't see the Vikings adding a starting caliber veteran corner or safety. I just don't see it happening. Number 3, will the interior offensive line upgrades pay off? Yeesh. Ish. Because honestly, I've been looking at this photo for hours. Yeah. But Darisaw, Jackson, Kelly, Fries, O'Neal, come on. That's the best offensive line that we've seen since, what, 09 at least, probably. The internal pressure proved to be Sam Darnold's undoing last year. General manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah set out to fix the issue, signing veterans Ryan Kelly and Will Fries from Indianapolis, where there's a lot of teams vying for Will Fries. The fact that Kwesi sussed out that signing Kelly first would be like the anchor to bring in Will Fries. I mean, that's genius level stuff. Like, Kwesi doesn't get enough credit for that level of gamesmanship. It's good. And they drafted guard Donovan Jackson. Ooh, it's for real. In theory, the move should solidify a leaky interior. It would be like Flex Seal. There we go. However, Kelly and Will Fries are both coming off injury-plagued seasons. Whatever. Those concerns are coupled with star left tackle Christian Darisaw coming off a season-ending knee injury. Whatever. You'll be fine. The offseason overhaul is excellent from a starter's perspective. There are questions among the second-string crew should injuries strike again. Oh, no. Again, the only team in the damn league, even though NFL.com is 132nd owned by the Vikings, the only team in the league is like, well, actually, their second-team offensive line, But even that is the second-team offensive line right now. Justin School is a perfectly capable swing tackle. Blake Brandel started last year. Not well. But he was decent when Darisaw was in, so it's something you can hang your hat on. I think Juergens could be the center, too. Henry Bird they like a lot. Walter Rouse is going to be in that mix, mainly at guard. Logan Brown, I think, makes it 53. Oh, load it. Oh, no. I got the Vapors in Savannah. Oh, their second-team offensive line isn't good. F you. F yourself. F everyone. That's it, man. Maybe this is like reading the sports page. Like, did your dad ever get mad reading the sports page? Oh, the Twins lost again. That's exactly what this is. But it's okay. If they hate, let them hate. Watch the money pile up. That's what we're going to do. Anyways, your thoughts? NFL.com, Vikings training camp preview. Yeah. Proving the haters and losers wrong. You guys are the best to do. Skol, production value.